Hello and salutations and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, I don't remember what happened because it's been like a month and a half. Yeah, okay, so you may be asking yourself, why am I starting in the menu screen? That's because as soon as we go in, we are actually going to get treated to a nice little cutscene. Yay! And I didn't want to start in the middle of the cutscene, so yeah. I have been waiting for you, Link. Who dat? Who beat that? Oh, hey, Sheik. Hi, Sheik. I love that you can still see Navi through Sheik's body. That's weird. Link, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have skipped a month and a half of recording because you're too busy with work. Yeah, but now you have a final challenge. A showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. So, I mean, hope you're ready for that crap. Before that, I have things I want to tell you, and only you. Tell only to you. Yeah, whatever. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down, and we get to see that lovely cutscene once again. This is going to be kind of a longer episode, probably, guys, by the way. Should probably mention that. This is the episode before last of this entire series. So, we kind of have to squeeze a good amount of stuff into these episodes. In this one, we're actually going to be, first off, getting the last Gold Skulltula game, which I'm very excited about. And we're also going to be finishing up what's called the Gerudo Training Grounds, where we get a optional item, but it's an item I decided I was going to get because I'm 100%ing. So why the crap wouldn't I? And then that'll be the end of this episode. And then the next episode we'll be finishing up the game, which is really awesome. I'm sorry it's taken so long to get this back out to you as well. It's just been, I explained some of it in Super Paper Mario, but basically work and generally being an adult kind of took up most of my time there for a while, so kind of had to let LPing fall to the side for a little bit, but I'm getting back into it now. Finally, I was able to record more than a few episodes of Super Paper Mario, and I'm now sitting down to record Ocarina of Time, which is pretty cool. I'm very happy, and it's cool and stuff and things. Also, hopefully the video looks a little bit better. Again, I explained some of it in Super Paper Mario, but I got some new equipment that hopefully will make some of my older games like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, whenever I do that LP, and a few other things look better, which is cool. Hurry up with the cutscene and be over with. I don't want this friggin' episode to be like 40 minutes long. I'm aiming for less than 30 minutes. I think we can pull that off. Assuming this cutscene ever friggin' finishes. The tip I should be held, blah 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 blah. We've seen all of this before. Come on, thank you. 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time. My bad. Yeah, I don't know if I really apologized for that. That was kind of my my screw up on that one. Sorry about that. The Triforce separated in 3 parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hands. Yep. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. Yeah, nothing ever satisfies the King of Evil. You'll find that is a pretty common theme whenever the King of Evil is involved. General non-satisfaction with his lot in life tends to be a common thing. The one who holds Triforce cards, you Link! It's me! I'm courageous. And yeah. And the other who holds Triforce of Wisdom is the 7th Sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all, for some reason. It's me! Yeah, who saw that one coming? Not many, but it's not really Sheik. Who is it? Well, I mean, it is really Sheik, but Sheik is really slow pan up. Wait for it. You have very sharp fingers. Oh wait, it's Zelda. Yeah, Sheik was Zelda all along. It's not like I spoiled that, like, 10 episodes ago or anything. However many episodes ago. I think it was the Water Temple. Yeah, my bad. I mean, really, though, how many of you guys didn't know that Sheik was Zelda, when you think about it? I mean, the game's been out for 20 years now, almost. Well, closer to 20 than 15. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So, I mean, really, at this point, spoilers are kind of a base concern for this game. But, I mean, you know, I try to be considerate. And now we get a nice black and white flashback from the time before. I wasn't wearing my Deku shield at that point in time, was I? I don't think I was. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look at that, actually. It's inconsistent. It's continuity errors on your part, Mr. Miyamoto. Something you should take into consideration when you're making your game. One of the best games of all time. You should think about loaf of bread. Like I said before, peanut butters and jellyfish. Sounds like I can... Okay. Moving on. Hopefully you guys watch Super Mario, you may not get that reference. After you opened the door of time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. It was really inconvenient for all of us. You just kind of disappeared. It sucked, really. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the Sacred Realm became a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as Sheikah in hopes that you would return. Now, one question I do want to ask you guys. When you first played through Ocarina of Time, for those of you that have, were you legit shocked when Sheik turned out to be Zelda? Like, was that... Because I remember the first time I saw it, I wasn't actually playing through the game. I was watching my sister play through the game. And I remember being, like, legitly surprised that it was Zelda. And I don't know. That's one of those weird, like, memories from your childhood, at least for me, that always stuck with me a lot. Especially in terms of gaming and my history as a gamer, as it were. It's really stuck with me throughout the years, so I kind of want to know what you guys thought and your experiences with this. By the way, this is a long friggin' cutscene. We're up at like 60. Also, they're giving us an item of ultimate power, so I should probably be paying more attention to it, but I mean, really, we've all seen this by this point. As I have mentioned several times in this entire first 7 minutes of this episode, or 6 minutes of this episode, for goodness sake. So long is the cutscene, and we haven't even really started doing anything for this episode. Gugh. Gugh. But anyways, we got the light arrow. Set it to and make your arrows will be powered up. Yep. The light of justice will smite evil. Yes, these are actually probably the most powerful item in the game. There are a lot of enemies these things can one-shot. I don't know if they do in this game or not. Kind of don't think they do. But I know in like other Zelda games like Wind Waker, when you get the light arrows, they can one-shot Dark Nuts. It's awesome. It's so satisfying too. Also, no, Zelda! What's happening? Brutus Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you, my bad, for avoiding script, line. Okay. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years, but then you kind of showed up on my front doorstep because you're an idiot. Really, though. His castle's like 20 yards away. Yeah. But you let your guard down. If I knew you'd appeared, I'd let the kid wander around. Ganondorf has some mental issues. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, man. Also, Zelda looks like her back just got broken. She looks kind of dead. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler. I mean, you'll still be missing one, by the way. Like, two is... You'll notice that tri tends to mean 3, usually. So, I mean... Yeah, I mean... You need mine, too, is what I'm saying. Also, Zelda just got kidnapped. Well, crap. Alright, so before we go off and rescue Zelda like the... whatever we are... People are arguing outside of my house. This is concerning. I need to cut here so I can go get the last Skulltula, but I'm scared like I'm gonna hear a slap or a gunshot outside my window. Anyways, I'm gonna cut here and I will see you guys at the very final Skulltula, which I am so very excited to get to. See you guys in a minute. And we are back here at Zora's Fountain, where the last gold Skulltula is to be found. This gold Skulltula is kind of odd to me. It stands out a lot because it's one of those gold Skulltulas that is both memorable once you find it, but super forgettable if you don't find it, which I know... Okay, that made no sense. It's... Once you find this gold Skulltula, you will always remember where it is, just because of how far out of the way and just kind of random it is. You have to have the silver gauntlets before you can come get it. Also, this hole sometimes will be solid. I don't know why. It was on my practice file. Just blow it up with a bomb and it shows up. I don't really get that, but I mean, whatever. Fall down the hole, Link. No, Link, you are not cooperative. Fall. Thank you. Also, invisible speeders and stuff here, so be careful about that. But yeah, this gold Skulltula, the first time I 100% this game, I actually want to say, I wasn't using a guide, but I want to say a friend or somebody else told me this gold Skulltula was here. That's the only way I found it, because I'll be honest with you, probably wouldn't have found this thing just by looking. And if I did, it would have taken a while. But, like, the first time I 100% of this, I don't think I've ever 100% this game by pure exploration. There are very few Zelda games I have, really. I usually go about either word of mouth or even a walkthrough sometimes. My normal like route when I have a Zelda game, a new Zelda game that I've never played before, is play through it once normally, just trying to get as much stuff as I can, and then do 100% one later on, usually using a walkthrough. Just 100% it too. We need that to get that. Hadn't been that long since we got a gold skull. Actually, it's been quite a while since we got a gold skull, so let's be honest with ourselves here. But anyways, are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? 'Cause I'm ready. We get gold Skulltula number 100. I want to look at it. I want to look at its pretty shining self. Look at that big red number. Oh, I love it. And we finally get our final prize, which is kind of crappy, but still. We finally get our final prize. I'm going to meet you guys back at Kokiri Forest to claim it. Ow. And here we are at Kokiri Village, quite possibly for the last time, to claim our prize for our long and arduous task. Hello, Mr. Man. Getting all 100 gold Skulltulas. You, sir, are bald. I don't know if you were aware of that, but you are now. Let's see what you have to say. What is our grand prize? See to destroy 100 spiders of the curse. The curse in me has been broken. Thank you. Here's a token of my appreciation. Please take it. And he gives us 200 rubies. Yeah. Yeah, 200 rubies. Okay, now to be fair, this is an endless supply of rubies. He will give you 200 rubies like every time you ask him. Well, be careful not to get killed. He'll give you 200 rubies over and over and over again. Which is awesome. If this wasn't the very last freaking part of the game. Oh, it's so stupid. The first time I 100% this game, I actually didn't know that was a prize. I avoided all spoilers because I thought it was going to be an awesome mega prize. No, it's crap. It's absolute crap. I hate it. That is my least favorite part of this entire game. It's the one thing that makes this game not worth 100%ing all the way. Anyways, before I get off too much on that, we're actually going to go all the way to Gerudo Valley, but I am not going to make you watch me walk over there because the video is going to be long enough already. So I'll see you guys in a momento. Bye-bye. Really, Epona? Really? And here we are, Gerudo's Fortress, finally going to get to the meat and potatoes this episode 20 minutes into the recording session. Although the video itself is not at 20 minutes, it should only be at like 10-something odd minutes right now, but yeah, the recording session is at 22 minutes, 22 seconds right now, and we're just now really getting started in the meat and potatoes of this episode. So I hope you guys like that. Yes, this is the Gerudo's training ground. We get a special prize for doing this. There are actually multiple ways of doing this, by the way. I'm not going to be showing this entire thing all the way because there's no real reason to. There are extra... Basically what it is a mini dungeon where you get a bunch of keys. I don't remember how many exactly you need to get through the entire thing. I want to say 8, but I could be wrong about that. 7 or 8, somewhere around there. But there are actually more than that in the dungeon you can get. Some of them are optional. So, no, I'm not going to be getting them all, just so you know. But, I mean, hey, if you want to, that's okay. That's not a key, that's ruby. I actually don't think either of these are keys, if I remember right. Nope, apparently. This whole thing can be a little tricky sometimes. If you can overcome the trap and chamber head, blah, 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 blah. It's wonderful. Defeat all the enemies in limited time. This is actually really easy. When you're decked out like we are, this whole thing becomes quite a bit easier than it's really supposed to be, I suppose. Although there are parts of this mini dungeon that you're not really supposed to do until you have all weapons. Go. You need to die. Until you have all your new equipment and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you can't block on this thing. Yeah. My words are failing me. Oh no. But yeah, it's one of those things, you can technically do this, like, as soon as you get the female license or whatever it's called from the Gerudos. You can start doing this as soon as you get that, but there's not really much point to, honestly. Yeah. Ooh, I have to remember how to do this. Okay, I remember. Sorry. Like, it's been a little while since I practiced, not quite a month and a half, because when I was trying to get back into recording after my massive break that I just took, I practiced up ahead of time with the assumption that I was going to record fairly soon, but that ended up not happening, basically just because work ended up getting busier again. You'll notice a trend of that whenever I go absent. What? How did I not make that jump? Oh, because I need hover boots. Well, herb-a-derb-a-herb-a-derb. That's not friggin' what I wanted at all. Can you make that jump without the hover boots? I actually don't know. I think you can. Nope. Okay then, that answers that question. Well, at least we have the hover boots. Yeah, but like I was saying, you need most of the equipment here before you can really. I think you actually need pretty much all of them up to the Spirit Temple before you can finish it. If I remember right, anyways. So this is one of those things that's best saved for last, even though, again, the item would be very useful, not in the last part of the game, like in other parts of the game. So I'm not exactly sure when the earliest you can get this thing is, this particular prize we're gonna be getting, but I do know it would be more useful if you got it earlier. Please hurry. No! Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Fire's gonna come back on if I'm not careful. Ah, thank God. That actually took me a minute on my practice valve, not gonna lie. Although now I have to make sure not to fall in the fire anymore. By which I'm going to take the hover boots off, because those things are more of a liability than a help at this point. Yeah. Forgot what I was saying. But yeah, it's one of those things, I usually do this just for fun, because I do find this part of the game, the Gerudo training ground here, to be kind of fun, honestly. A lot of people consider it annoying, but, I mean, honestly, I kind of enjoy it. Like, I may not enjoy it as much as other parts of the game, definitely, but it's by no means my least favorite. Hover boots again, yay. I'm so glad that they fixed this in Wind Waker and made items like the iron boots equipable instead of, or not equipable, like button items instead of friggin' gotta have marinara time, blah 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 items. Take that. Underwater gym, okay. Let's get the blocks out of the way first. Sorry, my brains are going dead all of a sudden. The people outside my house were still arguing there for a little while. It got really loud. I was kind of nervous, not gonna lie. I've actually lived in this house for going on 2 years, and I've not had to call the cops any, which I am quite proud of, honestly. I don't know why. I just am. I feel like that's something I should be proud of, is not calling the cops. Oh yeah, I should probably put on my my breathe underwater tunic, shouldn't I? That would probably be a good idea. Like I said, not really thinking clearly right now. Ow, 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 no. You guys, okay. You guys need to stop getting on my nerves, because you guys are... Whoa, no, Nelly, I hit you. Mr. Clam, die. Die, pig. You fool. I really don't like these guys. After the water temple, like, I could go my entire life without fighting these enemies again. They weren't even that annoying in the water temple. They're just annoying, period. Boom. Hey, you didn't give me time to shoot, Mr. Clam. That's not cool, man. Oh, speaking of... Well, actually, this has nothing to do with anything that I was talking about, to be honest with you. Marvel... I don't know if how many of you guys are comic book fans and all that, but Marvel just announced their Phase 3... Okay. Turn on a dime, Link. That's what you're good at. Dude, that razor is, like, messing me up. Ugh. Anyways, Marvel just announced their Phase 3 movies. Clam! Why am I having such a hard problem with these clams here, man? Clam. This is your last chance. Okay, that's it. Now you're dead. I mean, you would have been dead anyways before, but still. Now you're really dead. Yeah, Marvel just announced their Phase 3 plans movies, which are pretty awesome. I'm really happy because there's this rumor going around that I'm a fairly big comic book fan, not like huge, but I keep up, I should say, with my other nerds. That's the way I'll put it. But the Marvel Civil War comic line has always been one of my favorite ones. And for those of you that aren't comic book fans or anything, it's basically where Captain America and Iron Man get into a big fight, both physically and politically, about whether or not superheroes need to register. Also, frickin' Ruby. Come on, man. Work with me here. But yeah, that's what the Civil War quest line is about. And they've kind of been setting it up, and there's always been rumors that that's kind of where they were going, because that's one of the more popular Marvel quests. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Quest. That's one of the more, I keep wanting to say quest line for some reason. It's that storyline. That's one of the more popular Marvel storylines in Civil War. So it's always been kind of guessed that they were going to go that way at some point in time. But nobody really knew for sure until pretty much yesterday when they actually announced it. Which I am very happy about, as long as they do it right. Which, I mean, it's gonna be... I phased through it! What the crap? Why am I having such a hard problem? Ugh. Why is why is this episode just wanting to drag on as much as it can? This is friggin' the only episode I'm recording this session. It's still gonna take as much as a normal session does. Get the okay. I will cut until I get the ruby. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. That was getting really freaking annoying is what that was getting. This should be the last one to get, and it's actually pretty easy. You just have to hook shot at the right angle, which I'm going to do right now. Yay! That one didn't take nearly as long. Ugh. Anyways, what I was talking about. They announced the Marvel Phase 3, and it's got Civil War in it. It's which they actually made it a Captain America movie. It's Captain America Civil War. Which, kinda odd. I don't know, I guess I was expecting more of a Avengers movie out of it. But at the same time, I think at this point, they can pretty much do, like, whatever movie they want with whatever characters they want, and it's gonna work. Like, it's a Captain America movie, but something tells me that, well, I mean, I know for a fact, if they, during the friggin' Civil War storyline, then they're gonna have good old Iron Man in there quite a bit. But, I mean, I feel like they're definitely, like, setting it up in terms of just the whole Marvel universe. And that's one thing I've really loved about Marvel movies so far versus like DC movies, is that they've done a very good job about setting up the universe. Because I mean, one of the best things about comic books, in my opinion, is the fact that for the big names like that, like Marvel and DC, is how interchangeable some of the comics are within themselves. Like, it's this huge, massive universe where, you know, like a big thing is, people ask, well, in the Iron Man movies, why is, you know, Thor not helping? Like in Iron Man 3, why was Thor not helping them, or Captain America not helping, something like that? The reason why is because they have their own crap going on. It's like everyone can't be in the same place twice in comic books. That's the reason things like that happen. Why you don't just have nothing but superhero team ups the entire time. And it makes it really cool when the movies are actually doing a pretty good job about that, setting up that universe in the same way, where, you know, that even though they can come together and be team-ups and all that when you want them to, that's not something they're bound to because they just have their own crap going on. And that's awesome to me. And the movies, Marvel movies especially, have done a fantastic job about that so far, which I am very, very happy about. Because it's one of those things, I think that's one reason why people are always really scared to make comic book movies, was because of how it seemed like you couldn't really make a successful comic book movie that felt like a comic book. And while, like, the results aren't bad, you know, you get movies like the X-Men movies and the Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man trilogy and all that, while the X-Men movies can be kind of debatable, I think the first one was definitely good. Second one was okay. And third one was, well, we don't talk about that one here. And then there was X-Men Origins, which do not even get me started on X-Men Origins. That was the biggest disappointment in my entire life. Because, okay, and for those of you that know me personally, like Jay and Matt and all them, and if you guys are watching this, you're going to hate me because I talk about this all the time, and I'm sure you guys can't stand it. I'm a big Deadpool fan, like a big Deadpool fan. He is my favorite comic book character. He was the first comic book I ever read on a regular basis. And X-Men Origins Wolverine just screwed him up so bad. Like, just depressingly bad. They screwed him so bad. So bad. Like, the dude's called Merc with a mouth. Why are you taking his mouth away? And I get it. Like, I understand somebody back there when they said, well, he was a Merc with a mouth, which they even referenced earlier in the film. He's the Merc in the mouth, so let's take his mouth away. Ha 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 ha. It's a joke. I get that. I get what you were going for, Mr. Hollywood producer man. I hate it, though. And so did many, many other people. I really don't like that movie. But anyways, back on track to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. We've had, like, successful comic book movies before, like X-Men and all that. Also, I'm pretty sure You'd Be Dead. Link, you just fell in the lava, technically. They haven't been connected, and they've all been owned by different companies, which is another major problem in and of itself. And because of that, you haven't been able to set that universe up like the mainstream Marvel movies have, like Iron Man and all. Iron Man being, I think Iron Man was the first one to come out, wasn't it? Iron Man, well, no, technically Thor, I think. Or actually, I think Iron Man came out before, no, not Thor, excuse me, Hulk. Although I think technically Iron Man came. I think Iron Man came out before Hulk. And when I say Hulk, I mean the what's his name? The skinny white dude. That's descriptive. Edward Norton. There we go. The Edward Norton one, not the Ang Lee big green dump. Which, let's be honest, was a pretty big piece of crap there. But yeah. Also, there's a key over there, and I want it, but we can't get it yet. We'll get it later. Yeah. I think what came first? Did the Iron Man movie? The first Iron Man movie? No, I think the first Iron Man. I think Iron Man 1 came first, and then Hulk after that, and Captain America, Thor, and blah 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 blah. But yeah. Anyways, again, getting severely off track here. I've said a bajillion and a half times in this episode. It's one, and I've said it's one of those things like a bajillion and a half times. I should really stop that. That is a horrible, horrible habit that LPing has pointed out to me a lot. Is my tendency to say and it's one of those things. It's like my catchphrase, which I've also said about 100 times. Just shut up, John. Just shut up. I am a big comic book fan though, and I think I've talked to some of you guys about being comic book fans and all that before as well. So I'm sure some of you are along there with me. Although I don't know how many of you specifically are Deadpool fans. I would assume a lot because Deadpool is awesome. And I don't know how many of you hated Origins as much as I did, but I really did. They fixed it though, because X-Men First Class and Days of Our Future Past are both fantastic movies. Even though First Class was kind of weird in the way that it took characters in the comics that are present day and put them in the past for some reason, but it worked. It worked. They did well. See, it's one of those things. I'm also, I just love how I threw that. It's one of those things in there. I'm open-minded when it comes to changing source material to a degree. I have a limit though. Like taking characters out of their normal timeline. It's not something I am going to just like what's the word I'm looking for? Promote? It's not something I'm going to be like, yeah, you should do this, or blah, 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 blah. But, boulder. Big boulder to the face. It's not something I'm going to just approve of all the time. Like, straight up, just to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm okay with it if it's done right, like it was in X-Men First Class. I understand the need to make differences. I understand the need to have some like differences in a movie versus the source material. I get that. I really do. But there are just some things that don't need to be changed that for whatever reason, a lot of times movies based on books and comic books and all that tend to change, and I do not know why. I will never understand why. Also, I believe we can actually just hookshot through that campfire. Yeah, and it doesn't even hurt us. Yay. I don't really understand why some people decide to change some stuff on yeah, we need we can't, without the necessary items, we'll be confounded by impossible. You need to die. You're gonna die in one hit. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Oh, hey, you didn't die in one hit. You died in 2 hits. This one, however, will actually put up quite a bit of fight. Oh, and there's 2 of them. I remember there being 2 of them. Oh, there's 4 of them. Where all you guys come from, man? Oh, I don't like this. I do not approve. Dude, attack me so I can kill you. Oh, you actually got me pretty good there. Now you're dead. You got me good, but you can only get me good for so long before I get you good back good. Nope. Oh yeah, I can't block. I love the big Goron sword, by the way. It makes this whole fighting thing very easy. We've talked about comic books a lot in this episode, which is weird because honestly I started that conversation just because I was my brain train was going off rail again, which I've learned to kind of recognize sometimes. So I try and start a conversation that I can run on for a little while until I have time to recover. It's actually kind of a useful thing to do, believe it or not. It's kind of weird. There should be a secret path somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, I knew it was here somewhere. It's kind of weird. It's an oddly useful thing to have in your arsenal, especially with me and my job, because sometimes in my job, part of it is carrying on pointless conversation, honestly. And it's good to be able to kind of like carry on a conversation while phasing out. And I know that sounds really bad. I know that. But, like, honestly, on some days I don't care about why your phone bill is 20 days late. I just want you to either pay it or not. One or the other. Like, I could honestly care less about why it's late or whatever. And some days I do care. Some days I genuinely want to listen to get people's stories because I'm interested in people's stories. But then some days I'm just like, just either pay it or go. Bye. Please. One or the other. And it helps to be able to carry on a conversation without really... I know silver hands can move the giant block. I've been through this rodeo before, man. It helps sometimes to be able to carry that conversation without actually, like, thinking. Which is something you do in LPing sometimes. It's what I was doing there for that comic book comic book conversation. It's like, yeah, I mean, I am thinking about what I'm saying. So I'm stuttering horribly. I am thinking about what I'm saying to a degree, but honestly, like, only to a very small degree. Like, I'm not... I'll put it like this. When I'm in editing, I'll think about what I'm saying more. Like, I'll hear myself and I'll be like, oh, I said that. Kind of thing. Also, give me a freaking... Oh, I took my tunic. Now you need to die. You see? You need to die now. And give me my tunic back. I need my tunic. Gotta have a complete quest screen here. Yeah, we got the Zora tunic, which, yay! It's not like we already had it for half of the LP. Yeah. I do phase out from time to time. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that or not. I've watched on some episodes, like the friggin' Spirit Temple episode, where it was pretty obvious I was not all there that day. But generally speaking, hopefully you guys don't notice too much whenever I phase out. Because I guess it sounds kind of rude, but honestly, it's not really meant to be. It's just something you have to do sometimes. Especially in LPing. Oh, that's trap chest. I should remember that. Especially in LPing, because LPing is a hobby where you really have to continue talking pretty much through the entire video. And for some styles out there and for some games out there, it's okay to kind of have some dead space. But generally speaking, LPing involves fire. Lots and lots of fire. I don't know if I remember. Oh yeah, there's a friggin', of course. Durr! Generally speaking, in LPing, you have to, you don't really have to, but it's easier for people to watch you, is a good way to put it, if you're able to keep talking the entire video, and, you know, keep their brains going and yours as well, for the most part. But sometimes you just can't do that, man. Sometimes your brain just dies, and you're just like, what am I doing here? What am I fighting for? But most of the time, and I don't do that often, like, it's not every episode or anything like that, but on episodes like this, especially because this recording session has gone on, so also do not go both ways, only go one way and stick with it. Especially on episodes like this, because it's gone on so long. Like, this recording session should have ended, also there's a secret compartment up here, so yay. This episode should have, this recording session should have been like 25-30 minutes, and we're going on 45. It's, especially when you're only going to get one episode out of this, and you know you're only going to get one episode out of a recording session, it can be really difficult to keep your attention span going, because it's just a somewhat lack of motivation in a weird way. Which we're coming up on the end of this episode, if you guys haven't figured that out already. Because we're making our way downtown. Blah, 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 blah. Couldn't remember the tune of that song for a second. We're making our way through the last part here, and once we get the special item, I'll be ending the episode. And also, I'll be able to tell you exactly how many keys you need, because I know you didn't need all of those I just got. I think you needed 7. I am almost certain we'll have 1 key left over at this, if I remember right. I don't remember how many keys there are in the dungeon either. I know there are extra ones, though, and you don't have to get them all. Did we get all the keys? I don't think we did. But we may have. We went both ways, and I think we went to the ending of both ways, didn't we? So I think we may have actually gotten all the keys. Possibly. I don't know. Anyways, we got the special item. Really, the last time we're going to do this. No, we have one more time. No, actually, I don't remember. I think this may be the last time we do this. But anyways, we got the ice arrow. Yeah, that's 2 special arrows in one episode. I just remember that. Huh. Set it to and your arrows will be fired up. If you hit your target, it will freeze. The end. Yep. This arrow magic is granted only to those who complete the difficult training of the Gerudos, so use it with pride. Okay, and that's actually the end. So as always, thank you guys so much for sticking with me for some odd reason. My name has been John Johnson. It will always be John Johnson, unless I deem for a reason to change it for some reason. What? At least I waited to the end of the episode to start falling apart mentally. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Like, leave a comment telling me what I did right, what I did wrong. Subscribe if you want to see more, and please share with your friends. Also, yeah, we do have one key left. Huh. Surely, you know, there had to be extra keys then, because I think it's possible to unlock every door. I could be wrong about that though, to be honest. Anyways, like, leave a comment, blah 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 blah. And I will see you guys next time in Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. On the last episode tonight is the beat-up finale. Holy crap! Finale. It's gonna be the finale of Ocarina of Time. Are you guys excited? Because I'm really excited actually. So I can focus on. Oh, hello, Gerudo. I can focus on Super Paper Mario. All right. Anyways, I've kept this going on for too long. Later, peoples. Goodbye.